Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics General Sundar. That's right, it's another character from the classic She-Ra Princess of Power cartoon series getting their very first action figure. As you can see, General Sundar comes in the same style blister card packaging we've seen for most all of the figures in the Classics lineup. It fully showcases the figure and the cool interchangeable heads within. And one thing that's worth noting, you'll notice on the bottom part of the package, he's listed as the heroic former Horde General, because he did defect from the Horde to join the Great Rebellion, but he still gets that evil Horde sticker on the blister bubble, so it's a little contradictory there. When you rotate the box around to the backside, there's no bio as we've seen on all the figures this year. Instead, we just have a cross-sell showing off some of the other She-Ra related characters in the Classics line. So let's go ahead and open General Sundar out of the box and take a closer look. Alright, we've got General Sundar outside of the box, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at him. Now, the majority of this figure is a reuse of parts from the Horde Troopers, which works out fine considering he was part of the Horde army and wore very similar armor. The biggest differences here, of course, are going to be the head sculpt, which is brand new. The armor that he's wearing is different. Of course, it's missing the bat emblem, it's sculpted and shaped different, and it does have this red cape that's attached to it that's hooked onto the armor. It's non-removable there. And then he's got the little holsters at his side there as well. So, other than that, though, everything on this guy is exactly what we saw on the Horde Troopers, even down to the sculpted kind of mechanical bits underneath his armor, which admittedly is a bit weird. You can remove his armor just like any other of the figures in this line. You just got the little pegs on the side, so you can pop the armor off. You can pull it over the head there, and it kind of reveals just a robotic Horde Trooper body that even has flesh tone paint at the top of it for Sundar's neck. That's a little strange since Sundar's not a robot, but you know, I'm going to be displaying this guy with his armor on anyway, so that's not a real big deal to me. I'm totally fine with them reusing the Horde Trooper body since it works so well for the rest of this guy and it got us this particular character. The head sculpt here is really nice. The helmet is non-removable. It's all part of the same sculpt, but it's done in such a way that it actually does look like it's fit over his face. And the face sculpt underneath there is really nice, and it does have a really good paint deco that helps to bring some life to the overall figure. So really cool. Love the kind of red tuft over the top there. I will say it's a little loose. You can see he's got a bit of a bobblehead going on. I think that's because of the Horde Trooper body that's used. You know, those usually have the more round, flatter heads on there, so maybe that's why. But sculpt wise, I really love that head. I think it's really, really incredible. But then, of course, all the rest of this is the same except for that armor that I already showed you guys. I do love the holsters at his side, though. So he's got the two blasters for his accessories, which I'll just go ahead and show you since we're looking at him. He has two of these, and they are brand new sculpts. They're unique for the character. It is iconic for this particular character right out of the She-Ra series. And that's really cool. So you can get him to pose those in both of his hands. Now his right hand kind of has a trigger finger kind of positioned outwards, but you don't, it's not really necessary. I mean, you don't have to have it. It looks fine. He even holds it a little bit tighter with his left hand, and it still looks good even without the trigger finger. But that way you can pose Sundar kind of using the dual pistols there when fighting the Horde, or, you know, if you want to use them with your Horde fighting the Rebellion. So pretty cool stuff. Overall, the paint job is really nice and clean. The feet are kind of a gray color this time. On the Horde Troopers, they were black, but it all looks really nice. It's very clean, and definitely looks exactly like the character. I mean, he's reminiscent of what we saw in the cartoon series, and overall, I just love the look of this guy. So let's go ahead and talk articulation. Since he shares the body with the Horde Troopers, not a lot different here. Of course, he's ball jointed at the head. I already kind of mentioned it's a little loose there, but you can swivel that all the way around, move up and down, kind of rock around. He does have the ball joints at the shoulder, so the arms can go outwards. They can move forwards and backwards. Swivels at the bicep, nice single joint at the elbow, swivels at the wrist there. You do have the ab crunch, as well as the waist swivel there. You've got the nice hinge joints at the thighs, so the legs can go outwards. You can move the legs forwards and backwards, as well as swivel at the thigh cut. You got really tight joints at the knees. I actually really love these. These swivel at the knee and bend at the knee. So look at that. Very, very nice there. And then the feet, they don't move a whole lot. They do have a hinge, so you can move them up and down, but because of the sculpt and they're really tight, they don't actually move too much there. Actually have a little bit of paint smear there too, I just noticed. But overall, articulation articulation is nice and tight, works very well. The head's the only part that's a little loose, but the rest of them is very nice, and it's right on par with everything else we've seen in this line thus far. Now, aside from those pistols I already showed you, he does include one brand new accessory, which is this awesome Horde axe. This is a new accessory, one of those ones that the Horseman just kind of came up with. Very cool looking. I love that the axe looks like kind of the Horde logo, or half of it. The bat wing, you got the little Horde axe head there. It's got a great paint deco where it's like got the kind of dark colors worked in with the red there. And this is really nice, so he can hold it in either one of his hands there, gets a good grip on it. This is perfect for if you want to use him with your evil horde. Just a really fun kind of very evil looking axe weapon. Always appreciate new accessories like this, especially when they fit in well with the characters. Alright, in addition to those accessories, General Sundar includes 3 different heads. And while each of these heads could be used on the General Sundar body, these are actually meant for your Horde troopers. We've got a Navy trooper, we've got the Eternian Invasion trooper, and we've got a Horde trooper helmet that is based off the current DC comics, which has kind of got like this weird purpley alien face on there. So if you've got any of those Horde troopers, you can position those helmets on those bodies. You can create some of these awesome characters, or these designs. You know, the Navy trooper and that Eternian Invasion trooper came right out of the old cartoon series. So you can recreate some of those moments straight out of the series there, and it just really helps to add some variety to your overall army building. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the new Masters of the Universe Classics General Sundar. Overall, I really like this guy. I don't have a lot to really nitpick about at all. Maybe he should have been given a standard torso instead of the robotic one, but again, I'm not really going to be removing the armor, so I'm fine with that. I think this is a really cool character to be getting a figure. I'm glad to see him in the line, and the fact that he comes with additional heads to help kind of rise the ranks of the Horde troopers is just an added bonus. I think that is really cool, and I'm very happy to be adding this particular figure to my collection. General Sundar was part of the 2016 subscription for the Collector's Choice line and was sold on MattyCollector.com in September. So happy hunting, my friends! Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, then why not hit that like button? Feel free to leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of my Masters of the Universe reviews. Until next time!